This is Paul Vasquez with Tax Lab. We help people save tens of thousands of dollars in taxes, and you can too. So, we've got two major deadlines in this month. I've talked about them already, the 15th and the end of the month. So on the 15th, think about your tax liability. That's what's going on the 15th. We're running out of time. It's late. Do you need to do it? Check this out. Take a look at your past year's tax return. Did you owe any money? Is your tax liability going to be similar to last year? If you owed more than $1,000 last year and your financial situation hasn't changed a whole lot, go ahead and make an estimated payment on before the 15th in 2 days. You can do this by going to irs.gov and clicking on payments. You can do it right there with a check card, with a bank account. However, they're accepting online payments now. You also will want to do the same with the state. Take a look at the state. Did you owe taxes last year? Is your tax liability going to be similar? If it is, and you owe over $1,000, go ahead and make a payment as well. So just get that done. That's the easiest approach. Is it going to be 100% accurate? No, because things can change from year to year. Guess what happens every year? The standard deduction goes up a little bit every year. So things change year to year, yes. It might not mean that that's the most accurate calculation of what your estimated payment should be, but if all else fails, you're going to get it back when you submit your tax return, right? If you overpay. That's the worst thing that can happen, right? Is that you overpay and you don't have access to that money until then. So, that's the worst thing that can happen if you file too much. If you file too little, now you could have some penalties and interest for not paying enough on time. Then at the end of the month, it's about paying everybody else, making sure everybody else gets notice of their pay for the year. That's your 1099 people and your W-9 people. If you run a company, you got to get those W-9, those W-9, no, W-2s. W-9 is what you need for the 1099s. You want to make sure you get out the W-2s for your employees. Get those W-2s out. Make sure they get out before the end of the month. You also need to make sure that W-6 gets sent off to the Social Security Administration. They're going to want to keep track of those Social Security payments. So do yourselves a favor and get those out. If you need help, once again, Tax Lab can provide those services. We prefer to get you in line with all the tax savings as possible, but we can do things a la carte as well. Now, I talked to you guys last time about how your landlords, if you're running a business and you're taking a tax deduction on your rent, if you're paying rent as part of your business, your landlord should probably get a 1099 as well. Most landlords aren't operating their rental units under a corporation. Most of them are running it under an LLC. There's a lot of advice out there not to put it inside of a corporation because you're kind of missing out on some different things doing it that way. So most of them are going to be an LLC, if not just a naked person tax-wise. So go ahead and send those out also. I don't know if you're aware of this, but regardless of what an attorney, a licensed practicing attorney, does, if it's over $600 or more, you got to send them a 1099. So yeah, don't let those attorneys make you think that they don't file. They legally have to receive those 1099s. So ask them for that W-9, get that 1099, and show them, hey, I know a little bit about the rules too. So make sure you send that out. Did you pay as part of your business, did you pay a realtor? That's a service, right? Let's not let them skimp on their taxes either. So, yeah, there's people out there that if you paid them anything for service related, there's a high probability you need to send them out a 1099 if you're expecting to write that off on your taxes. That's mostly going to be for business owners. You don't need to really get involved in those 1099s unless you're writing it off as an expense on your taxes. So go ahead, and if you're interested in really setting yourself up for success when it comes to your taxes and financial strategies, go ahead and go to lab.tax, click on advisory services. We'll give you a free 15-minute introductory phone call to see if it's a good fit for you. I wish you guys all the success. Just jump on those deadlines. Get it done.